Alright guys, so today the video is going to be a little bit different. Normally we're working on my toys, but today we're going to be working on my son's, and we're going to change out the wheels on this electric little car here. This is Power Wheels F150, but I think a lot of them out there are pretty similar, so you just have to take a look at which one you have and see basically how your wheels are set up. These ones come with a cap on them, so I'll show you guys how to take that off. And underneath they actually have these wheel caps, which are single use. So I'll put a link as to where to find these. And these actually came from Amazon, so they're pretty cheap. So I'll show you where to find those. The hardest part of this whole process, honestly, was getting the wheels. I have a whole box of 6 right here. Actually I have 7 because they kept sending me the left wheel, and you actually have to get obviously 2 right and 2 left. And so I have a bunch of lefts in here that we have to send back, because every time I told them to send me the right one, they sent me the left one. So I'll put the item number on there for you guys to take a look at. But yeah, just make sure you get the right one, just because when you order them, it says front and rear, right wheel and left wheel, but they're sold individually, so you gotta just make sure you get 2 of each basically. All right, so the first step here is just to take off the cap. So you can use any screwdriver and just kind of sneak it in there, and you're gonna just gently pry it up from one side and now pop it loose. So it's pretty easy to do. You just drop it here for a second. So you can see it came off, and that's what it looks like on the inside. So you basically just gotta push these one side in, and that'll allow you to kind of finagle it out. These are the wire caps I was talking about. This one actually I already took off. I actually reused this one real quick, but technically they're not supposed to be reused. They're single use. So what you basically are going to do are pinch these 2 down, and that will allow you to pull that off pretty easily. So you squeeze it on top and bottom, and you squeeze again from side to side, and once you do that, you literally are able to just slide that off. And then this is a single use piece, so we're going to just check that to the side. After that, you'll be able to pull off the wheel. And once you pull off the wheel, all you got to do is take off this piece, because that's the rim that we're going to reuse on the new wheel. These wheels, as you can see, are in pretty rough shape and are actually broken. So yeah, you can see here it's actually broken in. So all you got to do is remove these 2 screws here, and then that rim will come out of the wheel. And then you just look at what side you got, and you just make sure you replace that with the same side. Once you take out your 2 screws, you're going to have this on the back, and this is the front of the rim. And then you just go over to your new wheel, and just want to just put this in the back area. Pop that in right there. It doesn't really matter, I think, how you put it in, because you flip it over here, you see those 2 openings. And then the main thing is just making sure that you align these openings with those ones. So just like that, and then you just screw it back in again. So once you have your screws back in, you basically have your wheel all done, and then you can just go ahead and put that wheel back on the axle. This is the cap that I had taken off. The black part was broken off, so I didn't have that, but this is on the inside. So these are the single use pieces. So you just go ahead and you put this right on top of there, and then you're going to use a soft hammer and hit it down gently, but forcefully enough that it just gets on there. So not too hard, you're just going to whack it on. All right, so once you have that cap back on with the hammer, now that's on securely, and that's gonna keep the wheel, and then you just gotta put this back on, and you're done. You just gotta do that 3 more times for the other wheels, and then you got a whole new set of tread on there. All right, so I removed the cap from the rear wheel, and I realized that this one's actually a little different, because this one just has a cotter pin in it. So pretty easy, you're just gonna take that out, and then just take off the wheel, and everything else is going to be the same. But just, yeah, all you got to do is change out that cotter pin. So you technically only need 2 of those wire caps, I think, or sorry, the axle caps, not 4. So other 2, you're going to use the cotter pin again, I guess, if you have the same one as I do. So the rear rim is a little different. It's going to have this in the back, but kind of pretty much the same idea, where you're just going to take those 2 screws, and then you're just going to install it right back the same way. Just put this in there. That one I guess has to be the right way, but yeah, you'll figure that out when you put it in. So this is the wheels I just took off. Definitely overdue. You can see even some of them are broken, and then This is the new wheel. You can see how much more tread there is there. So yeah, we'll see how long these last. But yeah, I think this lasted for many, many years. So yeah, this is probably gonna be a while. So yeah, that's basically it. Pretty easy to do. And that's how you go from that to that. Yeah. Back to driving around.